Hey traders, Akil Stokes here, and I want to do something special for you today. I want to give you an inside look at one of the videos that our syndicate members get on a weekly basis. Between me and Jason, we usually give about 2 or 3 per week. And for those who are unfamiliar about the syndicate, it's basically trading and training ideas that me and Jason provide to a group of, I think now, maybe 700 traders. And we do short, maybe 5-10 minute videos, either doing some training on structure, patterns, or letting them know some trade setups that we think are very good in the market that they may want to pay attention to. Now, the reason I'm doing this video for everyone today is not just because I want you to have an inside look at what these syndicate members are getting for a dirt-free cost, but I also heard from Jason that he's doing a big deal on his private client group. And if you're not too familiar with that, I'll get in that later. But hope you enjoyed the video. So we'll start with, I got a lot on my radar today actually. We'll start with pound dollar on the 60-minute chart. And you'll see we have a potential cipher pattern coming in. I'll delete this and draw it in later. But we have our impulse leg, X to A, with our B retracement coming to the 382. So our first condition is hit. If we then take a Fibonacci retracement extension from our swing high to our swing low and back up, you'll see our C leg comes into the 127, setting us up for a cipher pattern completion. X to A, A to B, B to C extension, looking for a CD completion right at our 786, which is going to be at 61 flat. Now, we can look back to see if there's structure, but just having a cipher pattern, we know these things complete about 80% of the time, and having that even handled number as well, is a pretty good area to look for this cipher to complete at. So 61 flat for the cipher on pound dollar. Next up, while we're on the topic of ciphers, let's go over to the Swissy, dollar Swiss. You can see the same thing. Now, most of you are probably thinking, well, if the dollar Swiss has a cipher on it, that automatically means that the euro dollar has a cipher on it. Well, you want to be very careful and not just jump to conclusions about that. If I actually did the measurements on my chart, assuming the same thing, because these pairs have basically been just mirror images of each other. But I did not get my 127 hit on euro dollar, and you can see here on the Swissy, we even hit it by just one tick. So you want to be careful about that and not just jump into it because you see it on another pair. But same thing here. We're looking at X to A, our retracement for A to B, B to C spiking up here, looking for a CD completion, almost at market, looking at 92.15. So as always, you want to have stops below our X leg here. So if we look at Aussie dollar, we're actually about to penetrate the level that that had my attention. We had an ABCD completion up here running right in the structure, and the market's pushing up right now. So depending on how this 4-hour candle closes, and there's about, at least by the time I'm recording this video, we have about 2.5 hours before this closes. Depending on how this closes, depends on if this is a valid or invalid trade setup. Now, if our candle can stay below 105.84, meaning it can break above, as long as it closes below 105.84, then this is still legit potential for me. And what I'd be looking for is a double top, or if you're a little more aggressive, using the L3C, lower low, lower close type of entry. Now, if this candle continues to shoot up, passes this area, closes above here, I'm no longer interested in a short position. But what I will do then is change my mindset around and on a lower time frame, maybe. I was going to say change my mindset around and look for a trend continuation trade to the upside, but we do have structure levels back here as well. So we have a nice little zone we need to get past before I would think about taking along. So this would be an example of a trade that I say, hey, just delete my drawing stuff and wait for the next opportunity. No reason to jump into it. There are plenty of other pairs out there. So we'll see how this candle closes by 9 o'clock. Lastly, New Zealand dollar, which is probably doing the same thing right now, but we actually have a Gartley pattern completion on New Zealand. And technically we have one on Aussie. It comes right before the B leg came right before the 786. So Gartley or butterfly, depending on your rules. But this one's a little more clear. And we do have our X to A coming down. A to B coming to the 618. Stopping before the 786. Coming back down. You see easily passing 618. Looking like a 786. So pretty good aggressive C opportunity actually. Yeah, right before an aggressive C type trade. And we're shooting up into our potential kill zone right here. And here's what I did in the live room yesterday. The question is, where do you take this Gartley at? And there's a few methods you can use. First, you can look for the ABCD pattern completion. So take your drawing tool from A to B, copy and paste that. Or if you want a little shortcut, you're on NinjaTrader, hit Control and number 2. It does it for you. Our ABCD completion is going to give us right at 84.56. Here's what I do next. I'll take a Fibonacci. Well, let's bring my Fibonacci retracement back in from A to X to A. And again, we're looking for our 786, which we passed already, and I'd be looking for our 886. And what I'm trying to do here is just get a spot of confluence. So you see we're at our 886 right here as well. So next I'll take a Fibonacci extension tool from our A leg up to our B leg. So swing low to swing high, back down, see where our 127 comes in. Well, in this case, our 127 is going to come in a little bit higher. We're looking at 84.63. Lastly, I'll take an inversion. So same Fibonacci extension tool, but instead of going for the most recent move, I'm going to go backwards. So I'm going from this low to this high, our C, back to our B leg. And see where that lines up. You can see we have our 127 in here. So what I measured out in the room yesterday was basically a kill zone. There's not a lot of Fibonacci confluence. We have the 786 down here by itself. Our 127's all the way up here. Even our 127 inversion is down here. Our 886 is a little lower. Our ABCD is up here. So, you know, me personally, I like to look for the area with the most confluence, whether it be Fibonacci's and you know, inversions and extensions, whether it be an ABCD pattern and Fibonacci's. And in this case, we don't have that. You just have a zone. So two options you may want to think about is either I just enter anywhere in the zone. You know, if you're a type of trader that gets nervous, I need to be in it. I don't want the market to turn around without me. You know, get in right now. Get in that 84.45. You're right in the middle of that box. If you're the type of trader that says, I want to get the best entry possible, I want to, you know, have the least amount up for risk, wait till this 127's hit, going at 84.63. You can also do this. If you're a really conservative trader, you can watch price action in this zone, maybe even go down one time frame, go down to the 60-minute chart, and look for an entry reason in this zone. RSI is overbought right now. You could use that as an entry reason. You can wait for maybe a double top of RSI divergence. Again, you can use the L3C, lower low, lower close. It's all up to you, all up to you. But we have a kill zone of about 20 pips. And again, just like Aussie, we're at a structure level. At a structure level with an advanced pattern. You know, so not a bad opportunity to get short here on New Zealand. So I'll wrap this video up. I'll get it out to you so you can get involved in these trades. But again, I want to talk about the private client group. And if you're interested in the Syndicate, here's the deal. It's $20 a month, which is dirt cheap for the type of information and the type of trades and training that we're giving you. And Jason decided to throw in this. For you guys who don't know, he has a private client group, and I'll bring up if you want more information, just shoot me an email. I'll put my email underneath it. But here's what he's doing. You know, last year the private client group was about $250 a month, and what you get is a private session with Jason, an hour a week, where, you know, if you want, you can plug your microphone in, you can actually talk. You know, it's basically what you guys want to make it. It's trading with a pro, not one-on-one, but in a small group atmosphere. And I've sat in almost every meeting last year, and it's really great, because you can ask questions that you usually don't hear in a trading room. You know, questions about money management, questions about taxes. You know, of course, if you want to go over patterns or different techniques, you know, that's actually where I learned the lower low, lower close technique in. But anyway, what he's doing now is he's slashing the price to $97, which I think is kind of crazy, but slashing it to $97, and if you sign up by the end of the month, you know, you get the Syndicate for free. So not only do you get one private client group session a week with Jason, but you also get access to the Syndicate, again, where you're getting videos like this 2 to 3 times a week. along with some of the articles I put out, and it's just you're getting that for free. So it's a pretty good deal. So I wanted to share that with you guys. I got the email yesterday. Felt you guys should know in case you're interested. But if you do this, you got to do it by January, because he's shutting this offer down by then. So again, if you want more information, if you want this email, if you want the link to the private client group, shoot me an email. My email address is below, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care, traders.